Greetings, Weirdlings! I am Danny Danger, and this is my poll list for August 12th. I know the date now because I have a job that requires me to write the date many times a day. In America Town #1, America is in financial ruin, and a lot of us who are living here in the great US of A are actually now immigrants to other countries. Oh, the irony. Other countries are making it really difficult for us to move there. What are we gonna do? Rife with social commentary. So much opinions. DC Comics Bombshells #1 comes out. I'm so excited. This is basically all of those really awesome Bombshell action figures that you've looked at and been like, oh, my wallet, it hurts. They're all getting funneled into a comic where an alternate reality World War II is fought by all of the DCU super ladies, including, but not limited to, baseball playing Batwoman. Yeah. Gods and Monsters #1 comes out. Now, I told you guys how I felt about the Superman and the Batman titles. I just read the Wonder Woman title. There were a couple things about the Wonder Woman title that were like a little problematic for me, just little details. But on the whole, I actually really liked the story, and get ready for this. This is the only circumstance that I have yet found where I actually approve of a Wonder Woman Superman ship. I know. It's okay. You can go down to hell, you can have some snow cones, bring me back one. The red flavor is always the best. Swords of Sorrow #4 has the weirdest solicits. This week, it's like a bunch of guest stars and bikinis. Seriously, you're 4 issues in. You can't give me like a little bit of plot. There's no plot? Just bikinis? And guest stars? Who writes this crap? Not the comic. The solicit. It's probably the same person. I just called it crap. That was mean. Love you. The Beauty #1 is a really fun and exciting premise that has a cover from both Jenny Friesen and Kevin Wada, so I have to have it, duh. Not only is beauty attainable, it lasts for long periods of time, and it's a sexually transmitted disease? I don't know how I feel about that. But of course, beauty, like all things, comes with a price, especially if you're fighting nature. Let's be honest, at the end of every day, we're all just as ugly as everyone else. In Velvet #11, it looks like this conspiracy is pointing to the White House! Yay! No, this is about to get more intense. I keep reading the title of this story arc and singing it to the tune of David Bowie's The Man Who Stole the World, or Sold the World, because this is called The Man Who Stole. Oh my God, it's so confusing. Basically, I'm just gonna jam a whole bunch of David Bowie while I'm reading this issue. Relevant to my interests. Howard the Duck #5. 2 things. Can't wait to see him save Canada. I'm very thrilled that Canada has been included in all of this shenanigans. And #2, can Chip Zdarsky just write solicits for every comic book ever made forever and ever until the end of time? In Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #8, we are going to see a good squirrel girl, duh, versus a bad squirrel, which is terrifying because I have a dog. I know about the evil things that squirrels are capable of. They're assholes. Really cute, adorable, puffy-cheeked assholes. And in A-Force #3, She-Hulk has broken the rules. She has gone against Doom because duh, what else is She-Hulk gonna do? She don't take no orders from Dr. Doom. Just because he's a god doesn't mean he doesn't still have his doctorate. Oh, and you know, now the whole island is in danger. But it's cool. They'll own it. Pretend like I'm not reading a list right now while I list off more Secret Wars titles that I will be picking up after having culled the list down quite a bit. Secret Wars #5, Master of Kung Fu #4, Planet Hulk #4, Ghost Racers #3, Star-Lord and Kitty Pryde #2, and Years of Future Past #4. Wasn't it miraculous that I remembered all of those things without the help of my phone? Before we answer our comments, be sure that you like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, because we do this all the time. And if you weren't at RTX this weekend, it was incredible. We had some awesome panels, including the Weirdlings panel, and I don't want to give you any spoilers, but there was a very important proposal that you have to see. Brandon says I have to be reading American Barbarian because it's a giant barbarian with red, white, and blue hair. He would say that. By the way, if you are unfamiliar with Brandon and his Brandon-like shenanigans, you have got to go see Heroes of Awesome. It's a show about D&D. You can marathon it like Netflix. It'll be amazing. You're gonna love it. Knitting Mummy had a very averse reaction to our Weeping Angels reference last week, and let me tell you, you think you're traumatized? You think you're traumatized? I will say I have read one Doctor Who comic. It is the first volume of the 11th Doctor series. It's written by Al Ewing, who is doing the currently running Loki series, and I absolutely adore his writing. He's just really cheeky and I think would be really fun to meet in real life. But in the first story arc, the Doctor and his companion pick up a musician who they cannot legally refer to as David Bowie, but basically David Bowie becomes the Doctor's companion, and it's amazing. Again, relevant to my interests, and you should absolutely read it if you haven't already. Spanny Cat Waffles is not entirely sure that she likes the direction that Bitch Planet is taking. And I kind of understand. When a series like that comes out a little more slowly than what you're used to a series coming out, it's easy to think, oh, well, it's 4 issues in, and in this last issue, the story took a turn. So that's gonna be the turn of things because I haven't had a new issue in a while to tell me otherwise. I don't necessarily think that the tone of Bitch Planet is changing on the whole to be like a fighting and sports associated title. I think this is just sort of a tangent and maybe even a vehicle through which the characters are allowed to express themselves and really highlight that whole feminist uprising, damn the man thing. So my advice personally would be to stick with it. However, if you don't feel like sticking with it, you can always just continue to watch my show because every time a new issue comes out, I'm gonna tell you how great the previous issue was. And then you'll know, right? Yay! Okay, Austin Books. A special thanks as always goes out to Austin Books and Comics. We love you. We love being here. You're so pretty. Your comics, they're so pretty and just want them all in my house. I need to get a bigger house.